So let's bounce on to the next topic, which is still gaming, but we're going to talk about Mortal Kombat 11. The roster, I got a hold of it. It actually came out because of a Redditor named Daytrawl, I believe is how you pronounce his name. And he got a hold of an early copy of Mortal
I hear
Kombat
there's a
11.
lot of early copies, and I haven't
Yeah,
put my feelers out into the New York fighting game community, but I'd be willing to bet that Bum and Coach Steve and all of the guys who like run Mortal Kombat out here are already playing, copies of that game. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
yeah, yeah. It seems like it. So because of that, we had some information leak about the roster, and then we also had some information leak in regards to the stages that are available in the game. So I'm gonna kind of go over it. I know you have the list of it too, Nelson. Now, one character has not been technically revealed as of yet, but because of Daytrawl from Reddit, he was able to confirm who this character is. But and that secret character that hadn't been revealed yet, name is Frost.
Frost, yeah.
She was in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. I think that was the only one she was in. So that's the secret character. Then of course there's Shao Kahn, who is the DLC.
Well, he's a pre-order.
Pre-order bonus. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you get you were, if you pre-ordered, you got Shao Kahn, and you got access to the beta. Then
Shao Kahn
Johnny
looks really good, by the way.
He looks fantastic.
That's not a character I liked at all. I thought when I played Mortal Kombat 2 and I saw him instead of Shang Tsung, I thought he was a severe downgrade. Haven't liked him ever since. This reinvention of the character in terms of just being brutal, and he looks a little more Elseworlds in his appearance.
Yeah.
Bravo. Good. I mean, they're on fire with this game. Please.
They really are. They really are. I mean, I don't think they've had a misstep yet.
Yeah.
I don't think they've had a misstep yet.
Oh, well, I do think there's a misstep on this roster, but I won't bring it up until the end.
Okay. So we got Johnny Cage, which is a 100% win. One of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters ever.
He's pure gold in Mortal Kombat 10, and he looks, I mean, his fatality is unreal good in this one. If you guys haven't seen Johnny Cage's fatality, look it up after the show.
It is fantastic. We got Sonya Blade, which she got to be there, and Ronda Rousey did her voice, so there's that. Cassie Cage, which I think is a cool addition.
So far, I'm not in love with what I see from her style. She was a character I played in Mortal Kombat X, and it looks like I'm going to have to switch. Of course, I don't know until I actually play the game, but so far, Sonya and Cassie, not loving the way their styles look on screen. Okay. Not that it's bad, but it's not.
Doesn't fit you, right? I got you. I'm actually looking at Frost because that's the way I play. So we'll see. It might not be that way, but that's what it looks like. I love Jax. Jax is my
guy. Jax is awesome. What a renaissance.
I suck at Jax. I suck at Jax. Jax is the character I wish I was better with, because I pick him because I want to win with Jax, but I never win with Jax. So it don't work out.
Winning with Jax, have you ever seen Justin Wong playing against the little kid?
No.
You got to watch it after the show. So just to set it up for you guys, Justin Wong is playing. Justin Wong is a world famous Street Fighter. He is the most fighting game fighter overall, world champion in many games. So he's playing online, and he is shooting this kid with a rocket launcher, and the kid is on voice chat complaining. I'm not going to say anything else, but this video is one of the best video game videos of any kind ever, and is a must watch. If you ever needed to learn about fighting games, that video is like a 3-minute all you need to know tutorial about who you are in relationship to fighting games.
Okay, I definitely check out because I never seen it before. We got Scorpion, who is obviously he's gonna be in every Mortal Kombat ever. Noob Saibot is coming back.
He looks excellent.
Yeah, he looks good.
Like the way he's throwing down the teleportation portals and doing his moves out of that, punching you into the floor, portal opens up, you go to the floor, you come down twice and then slam down real hard. Like that stuff is awesome. Very
Yeah,
imaginative.
I dig it. I really love playing with Baraka in the beta. He was.
I hate that character with everything
I
that
love him. I love
I
him.
hate him so
I love
much.
him. I love him.
He looks good, but I
Yeah,
hate him.
he looks good. He. If you play somebody who's really good with Baraka, it feels like a cheat code sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, he's nasty. He's very close to overpowered for somebody who masters him.
Yeah.
He's close. Raiden, I love Raiden. I'm not that good with Raiden though. Well, at least not the last few versions of Mortal Kombat. I'm not that good with him. Early on, the early versions, I was pretty decent with him, but not now.
Yeah, he was my main character in Mortal Kombat 1 and part of 2. Then I switched to Kung Lao.
Okay. Jackie Briggs. I'm not that familiar with. I don't think I've played with her before.
It looks like they've done a better job with her than they did last time in terms of her fighting style.
Yeah.
Some people are a little iffy on the look. She has some good costumes that like look really good on her.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to see more from Jackie before I'm into her.
Yeah, yeah. Then we got Sub-Zero. That's my dog. He's in there. I love him. Kano. I had a pretty good run with Kano, I think, in 3.
My buddy, Coach Steve, aka Insane, he's a Mortal Kombat tournament player. Gets top 8s multiple times over. I think he got top 8 in Evo in, I don't know if it was Marvel or Mortal Kombat, but I played him online and he put me in the corner with Kano. I could not do anything. It was horrible and wonderful at the same time.
Yeah. It's admirable. And then we got Cabal, who I dig a lot.
Cabal looks really good. I'm curious about him.
Yeah, Liu Kang. I love a lot of Mortal Kombat characters. So
they do a good job. Liu Kang's never been my favorite. I always thought he was one of the one of the weakest Kung Fu characters. Did you ever see this video they did of translating the Mortal Kombat voice lines?
No.
Okay. If you guys got kids watching the show, put the earmuffs on real quick. So you know he jumps across the screen. He goes, "I got the one with the what?" He said, "I got the one with the dick in the butt."
What?
It's hilarious. No. He says, "I'm not the one with the dick in the butt."
Well, hey, maybe Liu Kang should be my favorite character.
He's just letting you know what he's about.
Right. Me and him have something to cop. So there you go. Here we got Kitana.
She looks really good. She looks really good. Her face looks a lot better too. Yeah.
Kung Lao. Then we got Jade. She looks great. She looks great.
1989 said Baraka is for off-ball defenders.
Yes, he is. And I am an off-ball defender, so it matches. It matches. My man Cash Nasty got a T-shirt that I need to get. When I saw him in LA at the 2K event this year, he had a T-shirt on that says "I play off ball." I was like, I need it. I need it, bro. You need to, you need to get that shirt to me. So then we got Scarlet. She has some
Scarlet looks amazing.
Yeah, she's got some nasty
blood magic.
Yeah. That's some nasty.
Yeah, I'm gonna at least try her because I can't pass up a blood mage in Mortal Kombat. That's just too good.
Yeah. Then we also have Aaron Black. Let's see, Devora.
Devora also. She was great last game.
Yeah.
Good character and creative. Even more creative now. That's another character. I mean, for all of these characters, you should watch the fatalities, but some are particularly special. And her fatality is the most disgusting. Nightmare fuel fatality out of like all of them. Yeah.
Then we got Kotal Khan. I didn't see much of that one yet.
I watched him because my brother played Kotal Khan in the last game, so we sat down and watched his videos. He looks pretty good. He's not my cup of tea, but he's probably gonna play him.
Yeah. Now my favorite character so far is
Brother Man Garrus.
I'm thinking about incorporating his line as a tagline in some of my videos. Come thunder, come lightning. Boy, that's what you say when you dunk on somebody. Boom! Come thunder, come lightning. Or if you dunk on somebody and then the next trip down you hit somebody with a 3. Come thunder, come lightning.
And the next one, come lightning.
Oh my God, I loved it. It's awesome. Now, Collector's a new character.
Yeah, he looks good. I like very good monster character.
Yeah. And then Centurion.
Yeah, who's
Is the
another who's a new main god character elemental. Okay, before I go into the fail on this character list, do you
yes.
have anything else to say?
Uh no, no.
Okay, so you played Mortal Kombat 10 and you played Injustice 1 and 2, right?
Yes.
There's a style that they've been very good at in
Uh-huh.
Mortal Kombat,
Okay.
and they do not have a character representing this style.
Who
And
is it in Injustice and Injustice
is
2?
in Injustice is Bane.
Okay.
He would be the main one. They
Yeah,
also
yeah.
have other characters that have played like Bane,
Yeah, yeah.
but Bane is the main one. And then in Mortal Kombat before it was Ferritor.
Okay.
He was their bruiser, super armor grappler character. They don't
Okay.
have it this time. That guy who charges you down, gets you in the corner, hits you with slams. This is almost like Street Fighter coming out without a Zangief and totally
Mm.
inexcusable. That's a whole
Well,
kind of
okay.
player
Don't
that's
you
not going to be able to play day one.
do you think that you don't think Garrus is somewhat similar?
He doesn't know. Garrus looks more like that's a part of his style, but he's not a pure bowl you over, super armor, grab you up.
He's not a
Because
he has a lot of grab mode because I watched an extended video of him
yeah, I watched the long stuff with him too.
and it looked
But
like
also, he's not big enough for that too. Like that character has to look the
you
part
got to
too.
take the screen up. You got to
Yeah,
take the screen.
he got a neck. You ain't supposed to have a neck when you
Yeah.
have that style.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean?
They don't
You're
have
hunched over, big arms, like that kind of thing.
they don't have a big nasty brute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Garrett
Garrus.
using too much magic for that. You know, Garrett, he's a lot of magic in Garrus's place, and I like the way Garrus looks. He looks
Yeah,
cool,
it's just
but he's not
yeah.
satisfied in that. And as a fan of the fighting game community, I know specifically players who are going to be like, "Who do I play on day one?" I'm sure they're going to have that in the DLC and the combat pack,
Mm-hmm.
but day one, guys like Gur should have had access to those characters.
Yeah. Come thunder, come lightning.
So I'm real curious to see who Gur. He's a Mortal Kombat pro player from New York. See who he's gonna play and stuff like that. Because I think that was a ball drop. Even though I love every character that's on here, that's missing. Also, this is not as important, but they've also done a really good job with the bow and arrow characters in Green
Yeah.
Arrow and
Yeah.
Kung Jin.
Yeah.
Really good job with those characters. They were day one very strong, and there's no representation for that style. Again, I imagine that they'll be in the combat pack somewhere, but those feel like day one archetypes that should be here above a few of the characters that are a little bit of doubling up.
I totally agree with that. I 100% agree with that. And I don't 100% agree with anything you say except for get out of the way of that truck. But I 100% agree with that. That is a beautiful statement. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem.
All right. We're going to move on and we're going to talk. I actually, to be honest with you, I had to hold myself back because I wanted to talk about this first.
Before you jump into that, there's a chat question I want to answer real quick, especially since this is from my man D Johnson. It's just a quickie. It's not at me, bro. What had better physics, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter? Historically, it's been Street Fighter, but NetherRealm since Injustice has improved the feel of their games every single year.
Killer.
Right now, I think it's more satisfying to play a NetherRealm game, but I have to get my hands on Mortal Kombat 11 to give you a full answer. If I'm most likely going to have it day one. If there's time, I will definitely like to do a review on this channel for that game, and we can both go into it, do a two-man version of it, and we'll talk about that when we do.
Killer. I'm trying to tell you, D Johnson, anybody who's watching this show who is like, you kind of dig fighting games, but you haven't played them in a while. If you're going to go and pick one up, make sure it is a NetherRealm for your indoctrination back into the genre. Because to me, I don't think anybody is doing it. I'm not saying all of the fighting games that are not NetherRealm suck, because that's not true. Because if you really liked Marvel versus Capcom and that whole type of series or Street Fighter, you'll still like that. If you liked it before, you'll still like it. But to me, NetherRealm has taken the old Mortal Kombat feel and just made it 50 million times better with
100%.
some new bells and whistles, some new depth to that whole functionality. And to like Injustice, dude, I'm trying to tell you, when I first started playing
That's still
Injustice,
a good game.
it's
That's still a good game.
Part one is still good. You know what I'm saying?
And
Let
the
alone
thing
two.
about it, there's 3 games that released in a pretty complete state when it comes to fighting games, and I'm going to talk about 2 of them. Mortal Kombat, Dragon Ball Fighters is a really good game overall, especially if you're a Dragon Ball fan. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, that's like automatic.
It's automatic. It's automatic.
You got to get that game. The other one is Guilty Gear XR. Guilty Gear is a complete fighting game. It's got this big story mode. It's got all the tutorials you need. Every character is imaginative and excellent. The artwork is fantastic. The music, if you're into that kind of rock music, which obviously I am, guitar player, it's excellent version of it. It is an excellent, excellent game. If you don't play Guilty Gear, it's just because fighting games aren't your thing. But if you're a fighting game person, it pays to buy Guilty Gear just to have it.
Now you know what? I kind of disagree with that, because Guilty Gear is like you know what Guilty Gear is to me? Guilty Gear is instrumental jazz to me, right? Like, I really appreciate instrumental jazz, and I appreciate the brilliance that it takes to really, really make good instrumental jazz. But if you gave me the option, I wouldn't listen to it.
Well, here's the thing. That's why I said if you're a fighting game person.
Well, I like fighting games.
No, but you're not a fighting game person.
Style.
Because every fighting game person plays Guilty Gear and is just like, oh, this is like ridiculous. Like, why doesn't everybody play this game? This game is how fighting games should be. Like, that's pretty much I think
that fighting game fans are segmented into different types, and I don't think that all fighting game fans are the same in terms of.
Well, I'm speaking from the perspective of a guy who is reasonably deep into the fighting game community. So I'm talking to tournament players who play Tekken. Well, and again, they're all tournament players, right? So they are segmented in terms of what games they play, but they're not segmented in terms of how hardcore they are. I don't think a super casual fighting game fan needs Guilty Gear. But if you're a serious fighting game person, you're missing out if you don't get Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I mean, because
with Mortal Kombat, I think if you're a casual fighting game person, you need Mortal Kombat. Like, that's the one you should get.
Say, like, I put it like this: anybody right now, do a YouTube, do a Google search, and look at several different lists of the best fighting games of all time. Just look at several different lists, and Guilty Gear doesn't come up on hardly any of them. So, and I'm not just talking about one list. I'm talking about a number of lists.
Let me flip it. Go watch the Evo finals for Guilty Gear.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Here's the thing:
the fighting game community is bigger than just the competitive. Now, I think where I could agree with you at is the competitive fighting game community.
Well, but what I'm saying is this: I'm not talking about the people playing. I'm talking about the people watching.
But those are still competitive fighting game guys. They're just not good at it.
Not necessarily true in this sense. Guilty Gear does not sell the numbers to dominate Evo if it's only the people who competitively are interested in Guilty Gear. What's happening is people from all other fighting games. This happened with King of Fighters too, and I can't stand King of Fighters. But the finals, right? Because I don't like the characters. But in terms of the quality of the game, it's very, very, very high. And again, any fighting game person will tell you that. It's just I don't like the art, I don't like the music, and it's not a complete video game. I'm saying Guilty Gear is a complete video game, great art, great music, but as a fighting game, also super excellent. And that's why those Evo finals are literally everybody comes over to watch it from all of their games because the excellence of the game comes out. The problem with Guilty Gear, it's very hard to become average at that game. Most people who touch Guilty Gear will be scrubs. So that's why I say it's a good game to own, especially since you can get it like super cheap now. But if you're a fighting game person, not if you're a super casual fighting game person. I'm talking about if you genuinely like fighting games, if you watch fighting game streams, if you read information about fighting games at all, like when you're not doing stuff, if that's your thing, you're missing out if you're not messing with Guilty Gear. But I'm not talking about super casual people.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat for the, I think, super casual. Like honestly, and it does the numbers to justify it. Pretty much, if you don't buy Mortal Kombat, it's because you hate Mortal Kombat. If there's any part of you that is entertained by Mortal Kombat, you should be satisfied with the purchase.
Yeah, I don't know. I would disagree with that. I've been playing fighting games for 3 decades, and so several different series, and we all have our own favorites. And I always shy away from statements that say if you don't like this, then you're not that. So I always erase those statements.
No, I wouldn't make that generally. I just make it about you.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just
keep your eye out for them at me, bro. Mortal Kombat lobbies.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be in them because I already know where my limitations lie. I already know where my limitations lie. I'm a one character kind of guy, and I'm an intermediate at that one.